So something you can do to make your sex life with your partner more wonderful and sensual and engaging and feel better for both you and for them is to do a little bit of spiritual work while you're making love. Now hear me out, and this might sound a little bit odd, kooky, strange, foreign, but you can envision them or yourself as being an incarnation of God, of the divine, of a deity, an angel, a spirit, whatever you'd like to call it. And by doing so, the gates of heaven open. So hey, if we haven't met before, I'm Kay. I'm an ecstatic life coach and author of the book, Journey to the Ecstatic Self. And in my coaching work, I help people connect with their radiant, sensual, beautiful, intrinsically aligned self. And to do so, sometimes that means tapping into our sexual energy. It might mean tapping into some work with gods or goddesses, deities, whatever you want to call them. But by integrating our spiritual work with our very human experience of seeking connection with ourselves or with another human being, it can create, quite frankly, magic in the experience. So today I want to share with you a practice of how to bring that work into sexy time with your partner or even by yourself, and how that can help you. So I'd like you to do this with me. I want you to find a meditative posture. You can do like I'm doing and sitting cross-legged on the ground, or you can grab a seat in a chair or lie down if that's better for you. Find your center, take a few deep breaths. And just come home to yourself. Many of us are too caught up in our heads or even feel like we're outside of our bodies. So it's important to just take a moment and to settle in. Let your consciousness sink inside of you. And then opening your palms to the sky, sending a little of your essence heavensward, I want you to ask for your perfect sexual consort from a heavenly realm to come join you. This consort can be masculine or feminine, they can be agendered, they can look any way, doesn't matter. But as you ask for your perfect sexual consort to come before you, start to sense that they are present in the space. Start to sense that a being of immense power and wisdom and strength and beauty is sitting across from you. And with your eyes partially closed or fully closed, see them. Perfect mate for you. You can wave, you can verbally introduce yourself. You can wink at them if you'd like. And silently or out loud, ask if they'd be willing to conjoin with you, if they'd be willing to meet you. And if they say yes, then maybe gently reach out and touch them. Maybe give them a kiss. Introduce yourself to them like you might introduce someone who you're on a date with and it's going really well. Feel them kiss you back, feel them gently lay a hand on your chest or on your ribs or the back of your head. And ever so slowly start to move into the experience of worshiping them through touch, through affection, through love, through sensuality. And take your time. You can feel free to explore touch with yourself or touching the hair in front of you. But get comfortable connecting with this spirit, this entity, this heavenly being who's here to help us not just find enjoyment, but also find spiritual connection and enlightenment. For we can worship the divine through our sexuality. We can connect with higher levels of consciousness through our touch, through our sacred sexuality. And as you start to get comfortable in this relationship, and please stay with this for as long as feels right. You're welcome to pause this video and come back. But as you start to get comfortable with this, you can then start to invite that deity to manifest in your physical partner, so that the person who you're on a date with or partnered with or hooking up with has become the avatar or the vehicle for the divine. So when you kiss your partner, you're just not kissing another human being. You are caressing he or she or they who are holders of sacred feminine or sacred masculine or sacred power in general. That when you make love to your partner, you're not making love to a flesh and blood human being, but you are making love to God. And as you explore this with another person, notice how different it feels. Notice how sparks of electricity and divine juju just start to commingle in the space. And if you like this, you can also ask to be the embodiment of the divine, that you hold the divine masculine or the divine feminine within you, that you are the embodiment of Shiva or Shakti or Isis or Thor or whoever it is resonates with you in a celestial way. That you can make love to yourself as if you were Thor with his mighty hammer, you might say. And so when you partner with another flesh and blood human being, you can either show up as the divine for them, they can show up as the divine for you, or you can show up as the divine for each other. And in doing so, it takes sex and moves it from just a purely physical experience to being an energetic one. Now, this is a tantric practice. It is something that has been done for centuries for personal enjoyment, personal power gaining, and also enlightenment. It's a wonderful way to go deeper into your sex life and to bring something special to the people you love and to your romantic partners. It's just one of many different sexual energetic meditative practices we can do for our own healing, our own growth, our own enjoyment, and I hope it's something that you will consider exploring and diving into. Again, we can do this by ourselves, we can do this with another person. There's no right or wrong way to go about this. If you are a cisgendered man and want to hold the goddess, and you want to let the divine feminine to resonate within you, awesome, fantastic, vice versa. If you want to have a female partner hold the divine masculine, or you are a woman and want to hold the masculine or hold a dual gendered individual or a genderly fluid entity within you, by all means, explore. There is no right or wrong way to go about this. But through this, we'll develop a more loving, kind, effervescent connection with ourselves, with our partners, and also with the divine. I personally include this in almost every one of my morning meditations. I do a chant to a specific goddess, and as I chant to her, I make this sort of offering. And it's forged a really beautiful connection over the years. So I hope this resonates with you. It's something that I find very sacred and beautiful. And if you love this kind of work, then please drop a comment below, subscribe, join us on Patreon, or consider working with me one-on-one. It's a pleasure to share with you and serve you today. Namaste.